First of all, you're probably wondering why did I dress up like this? Like a little bit of a hot and sexy like look. You probably guessed it because of the short video I did like a minute ago. Well, because since Michael Bay is returning for a big screen with Transformers, let's review something belonged to the 2007's iconic blockbuster of all time. Transformers, the very first, second theatrical Transformers movie, especially its live action. The first one was of course the animation released in 1986. Or was it anime? I'm not clearly sure, but movie's movie. So, now for the very first Transformers movie, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna add something special at the end, which is I'm not gonna reveal what it is. So don't expect a reveal soon. Let's review this movie. So when this movie was announced, lots of people were excited for it. You know, lots of Transformers fans out there, including myself. But I didn't know this was gonna come out because I wasn't so bright about it. But it's not a big deal because after I watched this movie, I was like, whoa, so that's Transformers. You heard me right. This is my introduction to Transformers. Kinda. Well, I haven't watched the original animated series or any other shows until I watched this film. I watched the animated series later, especially one with takes place on Earth, which is I forgot the show's title, but I think that was Transformers Prime. That's what it's called. That Transformers Prime. But anyway, enough with the history lesson. About me. Let's dive into the plot. Plot is basically about Megatron tries to find the cube called Tesseract. Allspark. So he landed on Earth long time ago. And now Autobots, led by Optimus Prime himself, is following him after. First, Bumblebee landed on Earth a while back. Even though there's a prequel, kind of a prequel happened called Bumblebee. That shows he's the one who landed on Earth first. You know, I'm kind of confused. Is this tying with the Bay movies or not? So the Rise of the Beasts. Not a big deal, to be honest. Well, and then the present time in 2007, there's some attack happened in some military place, which is not in America. But when we get to the America, we made our protagonist, Sam Witwick, whatever his last name. See, I can't even pronounce last name of the characters' names. Jeez, I'm so stuck at this. Sorry, I just want to show you my hairy chest for no reason. So, and he gets a car after getting 3 A's and $2,000. And then he obviously got Bumblebee. He didn't know it yet. And meanwhile, there's some search happening between what kind of attack happened in that military base. And that happens. Sam had an issue with the girls, of course. Of course, he's trying to get attention to Megan Fox. Like, who wouldn't? And back then in 2007. But anyway, after that, we got Scorponok action scene. Yeah, that's my introduction to Scorponok too. Obviously, the whole Transformers. So Optimus Prime, Ratchet, Jazz, Iron Knight, Bumblebee, Megatron, Starscream, all of them. And yeah. And also I gotta mention that Peter Cullen is also returned for Optimus Prime role. That's what his famous role, along with the Eeyore the donkey. And of course Frank Walker didn't voice Megatron in this film. He was one and only guy who played Agent Smith in Matrix and Red Skull in the MCU, even though for once. And the lead elf in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Yeah, I forgot his names. The character's name, but I know the actor's first name is Hugo. But I can't pronounce his last name, like I said before. I should use that technique. I did that before in one of the Weird Theory episodes. Oh well, maybe one day. And yeah. And also lots of people doesn't like that Michael Bay is terrible at these films because there's lots of action, not a lot of character development, and then explosions, destruction everywhere. But first movie doesn't like that at all. It's a great movie. And you won't believe who was the executive producer is. It's Steven Spielberg himself. Yeah, the master of the cinema is producing these films. I think also in the first three, not the last two. I'm not sure, but he worked on this film as an execute producer. And also the thing I like about this film, basically a little bit of a humor, Anthony Anderson's jokes, since he's a funny guy, also in Scream 4, also in a lot of the comedy films, you know, Kangaroo Jack, even though I haven't seen this film yet. But overall, the action scenes are pretty good. There's a lot of great pace, and great action scenes, great characters, and great voice actors too. You know, there's no female voice actor from now in this first film, but in the Revenge of Fall, which is okay sequel, but not good as the first one, was a female Transformer. And the third film, Dark of the Moon, that was okay. That was much better than Revenge of the Fallen. And then the other two, which is Age of Extinction and The Last Night, I haven't seen them yet. But I will one day. And I will let you know what I think about it. If I'll do another Transformers movie review. Well, anyway, guys, that's all I have to say. Like I said, this movie has a great action, and I said it before. My rating is 4 AllSparks out of 5. Yeah. Now hit with that surprise, folks. Explosions! 3, 2, 1, boom! Not that hard. I hope those guys have insurance. So is they. And him. And you.